up, everybody? Happy fucking Wednesday! It is Christy Unleashed, and I am your host, Christy Miller. And this week, we've got a crazy Red for Filth show lined up for you. The topics are ridiculous, and as you know, that's what we are. We're fucking stupid, and that's what we love about us. And this week on the show, I have returning from a few months back. I begged her to come back, because she's too good for me. She's the creator and star of Funny Women of a Certain Age, 2 editions on Showtime. Take a look.
I'm not doing the birthdays anymore. When you consider a 50-year-old a younger man, what's to celebrate?
The difference between like young people sex and old people sex is that young people can go for hours, not old people. You do 10 minutes, you could die.
Every guy in Brooklyn looks like a Viking on a bicycle. When did looking like a biblical figure become a hot look?
It's fucking brilliant. Anyway, I can't wait till I'm old enough to be on the show. Give it up for my dearest friend in the whole world, the super funny, talented Carol Montgomery.
Hello. Can you hear me? Am I
Oh,
good?
here you fine.
Yeah. I never know. I turned 63 yesterday, and I'm becoming an old Jew. And of course, if my husband was here right now, he'd go, "Becoming one?"
Hack.
Well, yeah. Hello. So what's up? How are you?
I'm well. Busy. Well, just shucking and a jiving.
Yeah. We're almost at. Did you get vaccinated?
I got my first chip a few weeks ago. My next chip is on Monday.
Oh, nice. Well, I am officially a Wi-Fi hotspot. So
that's so hot. I figured, what's the second chip? I'm going to start downloading people with credit scores of over 700. Moving on up, moving on up. Hey, you got any chips to go with this chip dip thing, sweetie? So dumb. Mine's Cash App, so if you want to donate, just press here.
Oh, did you have any side effects? Yeah.
I felt a little fatigued for like 4 hours, and then it went away.
Yeah.
But remember, I had COVID in January.
Right.
So
that's right. You did. You were one of the early ones.
Yes. Well, not last January.
Okay.
Just this last January.
Oh, okay. Oh, well. Yeah.
I'm in good company with Ted Nugent.
I can't.
He got COVID, and it didn't kill him. I hate COVID.
I know. I feel bad for COVID. I really do.
I know that it had to go into that thing. Ugh, God. So Funny Woman of a Certain Age, 2 specials on Showtime. Hysterical. When is the third? Is there a third?
We're in talks about it. As you know, we've talked about this in person, but COVID kind of put a wrench in everything with all of our lives.
Did it?
Yeah, just it did. And I always tell people, I said, so the way the second special is we shot an interview on the Today Show on the Thursday before the show was supposed to air.
Yes.
It aired on Friday. You didn't see the first half of it because that's when Cuomo decided he needed to talk. And, even before he became the heartthrob feely guy, he was just a guy that talked a lot. Yeah. So the first set, in New York, you didn't see the first set. And then they came back and they did the second set. So the Today Show aired. Saturday, the show aired. And then Monday, we went into lockdown.
And hey, funny COVID of a certain age.
Right, exactly. So it was just everything just went into hiatus. So we at one point we were thinking maybe we shoot another one during the COVID, like trying to, but who knows? You know what I mean? Like the way this business is.
Yeah.
Hopefully things will get back to normal, and then we'll continue on. If not, we're with a big production company now, and we're gonna start doing a tour. And I'm hoping that there's I want it to be like 3 or 4 companies. Do you know what I mean? So that I can send you guys out. I can send another group out that way.
Yeah.
So that's the important thing is the tour will be happening, and we're doing the live shows again. We're doing little small places. We're going back to the Crane. The Crane, we're reopening at the end of April 28th. We're going to have little pods of seats at the Crane.
Of course.
And so we'll see. So, it's still going. It just took a year off because we're old and we needed that rest.
Hello. Good night.
that pretty much explains it.
Yeah, COVID went to Florida. It's in
It
Boca
did.
right now,
It's in
literally.
In Boca. Yeah, it's Jesus. Please don't get me started on Florida. Don't even get me started on Florida.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so I mean, it was a tough year for all of us. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it was so for you'll love this. So, because and I'm sure that you feel the same way about this being a New Yorker. So you know all the idiots that are driving with their the ATVs and the motorcycles. Have you
Oh
seen those?
God,
And they're
yeah.
doing the wheelies and all this
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I almost got hit by one
Okay,
on a
so
sidewalk.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
'cause why not?
why not? Because New York.
Yeah.
So we were standing with it was me, my son, and my husband, and then there was a couple and their friend, and the young lady went to go into the street, and then of course they came zooming by, and but the guy pulled the girl back, and we were all just standing there being pissed off watching because it's like 30 or 40, sometimes 100 of these assholes going by.
Yeah.
So my husband has to do this. He's doing the little dick sign through the
Yeah.
whole thing and everything.
Of course.
And I, as we were crossing the street after they left, I said to these people, I said, somebody, someone needs to get laid, and they laughed at that. And then my son goes, "Mom, it's been a long year for all of us." I was like, "Oh, good. Look at him topping his fucking mother. Look at that." But it was such a, you know what I mean? Like it was because we've all been just.
Oh, I was in a dry spell before COVID. COVID just was like an excuse now. Now I have an excuse to be a loser. Oh, with the
Exactly.
COVID thing. Yeah, I'm
It's
afraid.
COVID.
Yeah, I don't want. Yeah, I'm afraid to have anybody in my house. And so if you could keep your face 6 feet away from me, you can hit the ass. Good night. That's why the gays are still hooking up. Good night.
Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be a wild summer. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Where you live in Hell's Kitchen. So
Yeah.
it's just gonna be. We went late. My son went to get his shot at the Javits Center, so we walked back up, and it was so funny because we walked into Times Square and it was packed, and the tourists aren't even back yet.
Yeah.
It's all the Bridge and Tunnel people and the outer borough people.
Yeah.
And then this was the funniest thing. I felt like I was back in the 70s. Somebody offered me weed. It was great.
Aw.
I
You're like,
know.
I could buy it at the shop, right? I don't need you anymore. It's legal.
Exactly. It's legal, honey. I don't need it. Maybe you thought I get it from my son. Yeah, but isn't that it was so funny? And we were both like, "Oh my God, it's already too busy." Like I got used to it.
Oh yeah.
I got used to nobody being here.
Yeah, I liked it when there was nobody around because I could actually walk freely. Now I got to avoid maskless, douchebag, stinky. On my block, a dude just whips his dick out and just starts taking a piss, and he's yelling at his dick. And I'm like, "What did your dick ever do to you, dude?" He's peeing. He's doing his job. And he's yelling at it, and he's standing by the dumpster right on 47th and 9th by the Keels, and he's yelling at his dick. And I'm like, "Dude, calm down."
Wow.
I was like, "Where's my camera?" I miss
Wow.
moments like it's a
Yeah.
moment like this.
Lovely moments.
It's Hallmark. Hallmark really needs to park on 9th Avenue.
Yeah,
and really
really.
gets
So many love stories going on there with
it's so
a
good.
boy and his hypodermic needle.
Oh, the homeless encampments are my favorite. They're very
Oh my-
creative.
I know
They're
they
very
really are.
creative.
I saw some of the pics that you posted on. I was like, wow, that's a pretty nice apartment right there on the floor.
I don't like, dude, he's got more square footage than I got. What the fuck is happening? Assholes. Well, speaking of assholes, shall we
Yes,
kick this show off?
let's kick the show off. I like that. Speaking of assholes,
All
Let's
right,
kick it.
everybody. This is the best part. It's time to pour some celebrity.
celebrity.
All right, my dear. Let's pour the tea on our favorite family,
Ugh.
the Royals.
Ugh.
The Royals, inbred as they want to be. Oh, Queen Elizabeth captured dabbing her eye at Prince Philip's funeral.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know the bitch had any tears in her.
Yeah, and I don't believe she was dabbing her eye at all. She was probably doing a little snuff in her eye or something, a little cocaine or something.
Put a little eye drops in it, get a little dry.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she's pretty much dry everywhere else. Might as well.
Hello. Not like that cut. Well, she just, if, for those of you who don't know, her cousin Prince Philip died. I mean, her husband Prince Philip has died. Same thing. It doesn't matter.
Well, but like, have you watched The Crown? Have you watched that at all?
No, I haven't. I'm a horrible TV watcher.
It's really, it actually, the acting is amazing, and the women that played, I think there's 3 different women that play her at different ages.
Yes,
but it actually makes you feel for her. Do you know what I mean? Especially when she was younger.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so the Crown, they show you the love story. So but I could never be the queen. First of all, I couldn't. I'm Jewish, so there's that.
Second of all, I live in Hell's Kitchen. There's too many queens in this fucking place.
Exactly. But I would never. I mean, just the thought of that she always has to be this
stoic, unemotional statue.
Yeah.
Well, it's a price you pay.
I guess.
It's you sell your soul to the devil.
Well, you see, according to the Crown, she didn't want to. It was that. This is the other good thing about it. They actually give you a history of all of it. It was her uncle who abdicated the crown, and then her father took it over, and then he died. I don't know if it was suddenly or like she was only 25 when she became
right. Yeah.
So, she would not. I think she would have preferred not being the queen.
Yeah, she didn't go to spring break. Like she couldn't have, tits out Tuesday. She couldn't blow guys in college. She couldn't hook up at the clubs in a back alley, and get load shot in her face. That's the hottest part of being 25. Speaking for myself. It's like she never got to be a whore. She never got to be her Instagram self. She never got to have the duck lip selfies of, taking loads and, makeup tutorials and shit. She never got to have that.
No, she didn't. So she just got to hang it.
Believe me, I would have gave it all away to be Queen of England. I would have said everybody could fuck you, suck my ass, and get the fuck out of here.
Really? See, I don't think I couldn't. I just couldn't. I'm not that. Plus, the castle is too big for me. I have to say.
You're not cleaning it.
I know that, but I remember when I was working in Vegas and I was making a decent amount of money. We went before we bought the house that we ended up with, which was a 2,000 square foot house or something. It was a big home. It was like a 4-bedroom house. But we went to one place and we saw this great place, and it had like a office that looked over the back. It was like this, and it was a huge place. And I leaned over the balcony and said to my husband, "Who's fucking cleaning this?" And I'm like, so we ended up with it. The house we ended up with was a really sweet, little, nice, small. Aww. I knew where everybody was.
Yeah.
It's
a lot. It's a lot, but remember, we're used to being, we're blue collar living in these shitty apartments in New York City. So anything the size of a normal person's home is a mansion to us.
Right.
We're so used to living in a closet. And the people in my neighborhood are in it either. But we're so used to like confined spaces and like living in these little tiny cells, so when we get to like even a hotel room feels like luxury to me on the road. And it's just so weird. And it's, we're so programmed all these years that, a castle, I'd get lost. I'd build a stage, I'd have people over. I'd be doing shows all night,
Right. Exactly. But that, and it could be, it would be on one, and you could be doing show. You could have raves on one side and nobody would know on the other side.
Yeah.
Because that's how big the fucking castles are. I just, I could actually live in a hotel. I've decided. I mean, I could actually,
It worked for Little Richard.
Yeah.
He lives at the Hyatt next door to the Comedy Store. Woo! Shut up. Speaking of crazy people, the price you pay for being a royal. The woman duped into thinking she was engaged to Prince Harry seeks legal action.
Oh, that is the funniest story.
It's the greatest story ever told.
The funniest thing and of course, she thought, and then what was it? They found out that it was a guy in an internet cafe.
In an internet cafe way out, where was it? In a northern Punjab state.
Right.
Because he was like, look, because Prince Harry's going to go on Plenty of Fish. You know what I mean? And look for a wife. Really? Really? You're First of all, he's not allowed to marry outside of his gene pool. Second of all, he's not going to find his cousin on Plenty of Fish. He's going to find somebody that doesn't match his or his, it's like, come on, y'all. That would be like me being on there and someone told me they were Dwayne Johnson.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, The Rock wants to marry me. And then I sue him.
Right. It's such a mind-blowing thing. And Prince Harry, as you know, did go out of his gene pool. And he went way out of it.
Yes, he did, honey. Oh, yes, he did. He wanted a little chocolate in his peanut butter, honey.
Yes, he did. And boy, he pissed off. Yeah, he pissed them off.
Oh, yeah. You want to piss off your family? Marry a black person. That kills everybody white. It's the greatest thing. You don't want to, you have to wish death on anybody. Just fuck a black guy. I swear to God, it works every time. It works every time. Harry, my hat's off to you, my brother.
Yeah, I mean, and did you see the Oprah interview? Did you watch it at all?
Oh, I lived for it. Are you kidding me?
I just watched clips of it because I couldn't,
I watched it.
Did you really? Oh, really?
It was so good. It was so tragic in Peter Brady's backyard. With his Peter Brady's furniture. Peter Brady from the Brady Bunch has a furniture company, Patio Furniture. Oh, it's Irish. It's patio furniture.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Was that really the furniture?
Yeah.
Did she say that?
Yeah. It's on the credits and everything. Like, that's his claim to fame now. Fuck the Brady Bunch. He's making more money off that interview than he did on the Brady Bunch.
Wow.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Meanwhile, Marsha's going, oh, my nose. So. Well, speaking of fucking black guys, Colton Underwood, The Bachelor.
Wait, I thought you were going with the Kardashian story when you said that. All right, go ahead. All right.
Colton Underwood comes out to the Good Morning America as gay, America's Bachelor, and Taisha Adams has no ill will toward Colton Underwood after he comes out. It's just hilarious. Like, this guy was like almost drafted to the Chargers, the Steelers, I think, and then the Raiders, and then back to the Chargers. It's like they just passed him around the locker room. Right. Just like any hot piece of ass gets just passed around the locker room. And
so I read the story and everything, but so obviously he was, because he was they didn't have an episode of The Bachelor where there were other bachelors that he was giving the rose to. He was doing this with women, right?
Yes. And then after that, after his season ended and he was dating the girl, he came out as gay. He couldn't live his lie anymore. Wow. I'm like, was that pussy that bad on The Bachelor that you just had to go suck a dick? Good night. I feel you, brother. I feel you.
Wow. I'm not a big, I don't watch any, I can't,
I don't watch it either, but it's just so typical. It's so funny.
But also, who didn't, isn't there, when they cast these, who's in charge? Isn't there somebody in charge of checking
vetting
that?
them? Yeah,
vetting them. That's the word.
Yeah. There is somebody in charge of vetting them.
So I guess that person isn't working for them anymore.
No. That person couldn't even vet a Pornhub video, let alone. But Colton Underwood hasn't found an emotional connection with a man yet, he says. Oh. Who has?
Yeah, really.
Get over it, honey. Men don't emotionally connect. They physically connect. They put tab A into slot B. That's it.
Exactly. Whether it's your pussy or your ass.
It's a hole is a hole, honey. Dig it in. Yes. Men don't care. And now he's going to find out how men really don't give a fuck.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be great. All those girls vying for him. And he's like, do you have a brother? Can I fuck your dad? Where's the host at? The one that got fired for saying a racist thing. Where's he at? Because that dude's supporting him. That guy, Chris Harrison, who got fired or whatever.
Oh, like I
He's
said.
supporting him. Yeah, I don't watch this shit. I think it's
So
hilarious.
are they? Is there like a thing against him because he came out?
Yeah, there's like the gay community saying like, "Oh, you don't understand the struggles because you've been in the closet for so long, so you have no right." It's like everybody just wants to find fault and break people down.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
know,
we know
you're in
that.
the NFL, you're living in football, you are like that is worse than the army. It's really don't ask, don't tell. And
Right.
there's so many I call them DL Hughleys because it's down low, down on the DL. They're little DL Hughleys running around. They're
Yep.
on the down low in that locker room because they'll get the shit beat out of them.
Yeah.
You know, and half those dudes in the NFL are gay anyway.
Yep.
But they're all on the down low in the NFL and in basketball. So I'm not surprised that this guy tried to live this double life and tried to hide it. Everybody does, especially when you're playing football. You don't want guys to know you're going to get the shit beat out of you. You're not going to get drafted because of the thing. What are you going to do? Tackle the guy because you want to fuck him in the ass? He's not even holding the ball. I would. He's not even on the team. He's in the stands. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
It's not in the playbook. But it's just so hilarious. Like everybody's making such a big deal, but so he's gay. It happens.
Who cares?
Let it
Who
go.
cares? Yeah.
And now because this is what happens in Hollywood and everywhere happens, you get all this shit. If you do something bad or something bad happens, you get all these rewards. Now Bachelor fans are demanding a gay season amid Colton Underwood's coming out.
They want a gay season.
Honey, that'll just be glory holes and Beyonce playing all hour long. These men will be fucking each other on. There'll be an orgy on the first date, and then the next day, like, I'm over him. I'm going on to something else. Men are pigs.
Yes, they are.
But I would love to see a gay season of The Bachelor. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they do it.
Yeah, they will, because there's money in it. There's fans. And I love how everybody's making a big deal about it. It's so, because this stuff is so stupid to me. That's why I make fun of it. You know, and Carol Radziwill, you know, one of the Kennedys, she was on Real Housewives of New York. She slammed Colton Underwood for going on The Bachelor in the first place.
Ooh, no, she better don't.
And she was complaining, you knew you were gay and you were going on a show and playing with these women's lives and messing with these people's jobs. And like, she went off. I'm like, bitch, are you hungry? What do you weigh, like 8 pounds? You know, they get hungry when they, don't eat.
Yeah, that's true. And they're all full of plastic surgery and they're like this.
Yeah, it's like, I'm excited. I'm sad. This is great. I hate you.
Very good. Great acting by Christy Miller.
The Oscar goes to Colton Underwood for playing straight. But like everybody's got to, because that's the thing now on social media. Everybody's got to chat, chirp about something. They got to talk shit. They just got to put their 2 cents in because they just want to, be the one to say something. Just shut up and mind your business.
Right, absolutely. And
I do this show.
but yeah, I mean, it's gotten bad. You know that the social media is, if there's one thing, if you say one thing wrong, and the word police come after you now.
Oh. It's so insane. You got to watch. That's why I don't post anything. I just post my stupid shit like this.
Right.
Because I don't have the patience. I don't have the energy. I don't have the time to fight with people on social media. I don't care.
Right. Yeah.
I don't care, but I like to read it. It's fun. It's very entertaining to watch, just to troll and read all the funny comments of people roasting. Oh, it's the best.
Oh yeah.
I live for that shit, but I want to be involved.
Yeah. But, and that's one of the reasons why I've never done roasts in general, because somebody will say something shitty about me and then I'll have to punch them.
Oh, I live for roasts. That's my jam.
Really? See, I don't like roasting. I mean, like, you and I give each other shit all the time. That's one thing, but to be on stage with another comic and then have them make some comment, I can't. I'll punch them.
Hilarious.
I will punch them.
Last week, I went on that drunk, on Mark Riccadonna's Drunks Jokes, Drinks,
and
Jokes, and
storytelling. Yeah, that's a fun show.
It was fun. So they did a comedy marathon to benefit some kids. Karate, I don't know. I'm like, are they hot? Thank you, Crystalia. Good night. But we we were on for like 4 hours. It was me, Riccadonna, Rob Bartlett, Frank Vignola, Charlie Wiener, and
Nice.
Craig Gass and John Proveromo. And we were just destroying each other. Like it was so much fun. I haven't laughed that hard in so long. My
that's
stomach
fun.
hurt. And they were coming for me. They were like, it was great.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure
and
they
I
were.
was just destroying them. And they were coming. It
Good.
was just so much fun. I thrive on that. When you
Yeah.
make fun of me and it's hilarious, I can't stop laughing. I think it's
Right.
the greatest thing.
Right, but
And-
they wouldn't. That particular group of guys would never make fun of me because they're so
Afraid of you.
terrified.
Yeah.
They're so terrified of me. They were like, we can't say anything bad about mom.
Yeah,
Mom
she'll
will
kill
hurt
us.
us. She'll
She'll
kill us.
ground us.
Yeah. Pretty much. That particular group is like, no, we won't say anything bad about her.
Oh, it was
Ever.
so fun. Oh,
Oh, I'm glad.
yeah, it was good times. Good times. Yeah, but certain people can roast like that. Like that's what I do. That's my
Right. Oh,
style. I
absolutely.
rant. That's part of me, making fun of myself and others. That's my style. I'm not a storyteller. I'm a roaster.
Yeah.
And these idiots that go on social media and chirp about stuff get in trouble. Like Demi Lovato calls out
Yes.
LA frozen yogurt shop for selling sugar-free options. Oh, you fat bitch. Who the fuck are you to tell people what to sell? I have an eating disorder and I'm really offended by that. It's very triggering. Then don't fucking eat there, you stupid whore. Maybe people are diabetic and need sugar-free, you cunt. My name's Amy Schumer.
What I mean, first of all, I mean, wouldn't you, isn't that a good thing? That
Yeah.
isn't it like a good thing that they're doing something for, like you said, there's some people. Why is she mad about sugar free? I don't understand.
Shouldn't you be mad at the heroin dealer and not the LA Froyo shop? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So but
Sorry.
that it
We've-
triggered her.
Yeah, and then she got upset because everybody lit her up on social media. They went off on her. Now she's claiming she's being gaslit amid the feud with the yogurt shop, that they're gaslighting her about the sign and all this shit. And her quote was, "This screams diet culture, and I won't be gaslit by the media or anyone else that says otherwise. I don't need to feel guilty-free about eating anything. This was what I was talking about, and this is directly from their own page, the Big Chill official." And the sign was, I'm going to post it right here. See, 22 grams of protein, eat me guilt-free. That triggered you? I thought the part "eat me" was like hey, eat me. I'll wear that on my fucking underwear.
Well, listen, but if it's 22 grams of protein, she doesn't have to go to yogurt. She could just suck a dick.
Thank you. And that's low sugar too, but it's a little salty.
But there are carbs.
Yeah, but
Yes,
good
there are.
carbs.
Good carbs. The good carbs. They're
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
She's just triggered because she's bored. People are bored, get angry.
But
And
it's
Aren't you
not even-
coming off a heroin high or an overdose?
right.
Like, shouldn't you be focusing on getting better and not worrying about what a yogurt shop posts?
Yeah. Also, who's Demi Lovato?
Good night. Love you up there. Yes.
I mean, really, I mean, it would be. She's not somebody who out of the pop tartlets in the world, she's like down there. Do you know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
someone like Britney Spears, I would maybe at least pay attention to the story.
Right. Well, because she came out when we were younger and actually cared about pop music.
Right. I don't
When I
know.
was your age, I used to listen to Britney Spears, and she was a whore. Nobody cared that she was 16 and selling pussy.
Like.
I actually do remember because Lane was in elementary school when she came out, and I remember that the whole the Catholic girl, that
Oh, yeah.
video.
And
I was
every bitch got that outfit.
Yep, and it was
I
like,
did.
but everyone was like, oh no, that's she's just playing a Catholic school girl. There's nothing wrong with that.
She's so sweet and innocent. Look at her in her pigtails as she's got her fucking pussy lips flopping in the wind.
Yeah. But it was I remember I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's an interesting video.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
But now because Demi Lovato's got a beautiful voice. She is a great singer. I give her that.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
now she's apologizing to the LA Froyo chain, She goes and ends this weird feud between them. Bitch, you started it. You fucking started it. Like, what is the matter with you? Like, you're going to start shit and then people hold you accountable for something stupid. And now you're going to play the victim card. And now, fuck you. When you poke the bear, she pulled a Karen. And that's all it was. She pulled a fucking Karen and wanted to speak to the manager about the guilt-free eat me sign because she wanted it over her bed. And the fact that now people are like, fuck you, bitch. And now she's like, I'm being gaslit. Shut up.
That. Guilt-free. I think that is a good sign to have over your bed. Guilt-free.
Right? Guilt-free eat me, bitch. 22 grams of protein. It's Fish Friday, sweetie. For the Catholic in you. Like, I can't. It's just really dumb. Like, all these celebrities are so dumb. And that's what I live for.
I know.
It makes me feel good about my poor choices in life. Speaking of really poor choices in life, Tom Hanks's kid, Chet Hanks, his ex-girlfriend Kiana Parker is suing him for $1 million over alleged abuse.
Wow.
Now, here's the kid that went on Instagram. First of all, this is a kid who came out with a Jamaican accent and tried to pretend he was from Jamaica and got ripped apart by the islander community. Then he comes out on a video with his boys talking about it's going to be a white boy summer. Get ready for it. And then he gets in a fight with his girlfriend and she bashes him in the eye and cuts his head open because he fucked with her. Because he's crazy.
Yeah.
What's his number? I like a guy with a little fight in him.
Well, I have to say, I'm trying to figure out if the white boy summer thing was so, because most people in that area think that Tom Hanks eats babies. So maybe this was a way of saying, I'm not my father's son.
Could be. And he was talking about white boy summer, not Trump white like that, but like, me white and my boy's white's boy, like with the cool white boys.
But do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it really is. But like, I wonder if, like, is he trying to create a diversion?
Maybe. I mean, he's trying to be Jamaican and now he's, he's just because you have a half black girlfriend or whatever, she's really pretty too. Does it make you down with the cause?
Well, I call them suburban homeboys is what I call them.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're adorable, because they used to do that. There used to be kids in Lane's junior high that were all, when we lived in Vegas, and they were all like, with the pants down and their hat and walking. And I was like, would you like to come visit me in New York City sometime? Why don't you do that and do this, and let's see how that works out for you.
When I grew up in the Bay Area, when they would the white boys would do all that shit, we used to call them wiggers.
Right. That's what. Yes. Yep.
And we used to make fun of them. It's like, dude, that's like, and people are like, oh, the appropriation. Yeah, that's kind of appropriating, but it's also not. Like, it's so funny. Like, be who you want to be. Do what you want to do. If you're not hurting anybody, do it. But this kid is completely like you said. I think he's trying to separate himself from
his father. Oh, absolutely.
Because if he doesn't eat those babies, Crystalia's gonna date him. Hey.
You're right. I mean, it's true. It's true. It's very true.
Speaking of big babies, Kanye West annoyed that fans think Kim Kardashian initiated divorce. I can't. He is so fucking batshit crazy. It
makes me almost feel sorry for her. Almost. I don't, but
I don't, because she's rich and gorgeous.
Yeah, and she married, but you know what I mean? Like, can you imagine being married to that guy?
Oh.
I mean, not even look wise, just
no, it's not even his looks, because he's not a bad looking guy. He's nuts.
Yeah. Can you imagine? I can't.
Like, he's so crazy, and he's like, I'm mad that she didn't initiate the divorce. I did. No, you didn't. Just stop. Just stop. Stop.
Yeah.
Who cares? Okay, the lot they live on in Calabasas,
Yeah.
the Kardashians, Kim owns that. The house built on it, Kanye owns. So they were worried about the split of the house and stuff. And I was like, if this motherfucker is a real gangster, he'll get one of them tractor bed trucks and just pull up, stick the house on it, and drive away and just leave. I see houses driving down the fucking 101 all the time.
Yes, that is very true. Absolutely. That
You
is
know?
absolutely.
So what's the big deal, you know?
Right.
And all he got was he went to Wyoming to his little resort that he owns or whatever, because they all move to Wyoming because there's no taxes.
Right.
So all he took with him was his shoes. Now that's a dope fiend thing to take. Like, you get divorced and you move out of your compound and all you take are your sneakers.
Just one pair, or did he take like all of his sneakers?
Took all of his sneakers, left his clothes, left everything. Just took his sneakers.
Wow.
Yeah. And he initiated the divorce? No, bitch. Because if you initiated the divorce, you would have kicked that big ass bitch out of the fucking house.
Exactly.
I mean, threw her into a Holiday Inn or something. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He would not have left.
No, he would have threw that big bitch out. But no, bitch. Kim Kardashian threw you out, darling.
Yeah. And how many sneakers do you think he has?
Oh, at least 500. I'm gonna guess at least 500.
He's like Seinfeld that way, because Seinfeld had besides cars, he also was a sneaker freak.
Oh yeah, big time.
What is it with rich guys and their sneakers? That's what I want to know.
That's
we should call a therapist and find out.
But I think what it is that women look at men's shoes to tell whether they're gonna date them or not.
Really?
Yeah, I used to look at men's shoes. If their shoes were crusty and ripped up apart, I knew they were just ugh. But if their shoes were nice, I knew that they were decent. Like, you know, like they take care of themselves. It's a weird thing. I like shoes.
I've never, ever thought of that. But who would you, first of all, the only guys that are wearing ripped up shitty shoes are homeless people. You got to stop with the homeless people, Christy.
Well, they're the only ones asking. Hey, lady, can I have a quarter? Don't you want my number?
Don't
fuck.
You said you loved me.
I can't even give pussy away. He wants my quarter, not my pussy. Good night. Right? But it's just so funny because like Kanye's talking about, oh, I'm going to date a real artist after this divorce. I'm going to date an artist who understands me. No, well, then maybe you should go to Bellevue. I hear Courtney Love is available. Demi Lovato single, Demi, Kanye, Demi.
That's actually
a perfect match.
It really is.
You could cuss out a frozen yogurt shop anytime you want to.
You would
get so mad you would buy it.
You'd buy it for her. I love you. Here, we'll just use we'll serve sugar with everything. Everything.
Here, bitch, put this in your syringe. Is that high fructose corn syrup? You got that good shit? He wants an artist. Bitch, Kim made you. I don't know. There's big Kanye fans out there.
No, yeah. I'm not a fan.
No, but he's just too crazy for me. He's too nuts.
Well, I remember when he did that thing to Taylor Swift where he went up and said she didn't deserve
it. It was Beyonce.
Yeah, it was him, right?
Yeah, it was Kanye. Yep.
Yeah, and poor Taylor's like, what?
Taylor Swift hadn't been that close to a black guy in ever. She'd seen him on TV, but we ain't got them around my parts. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd never been that close to a brother before. That dumb white girl. It's funny. It's the best thing that ever happened to Kim Kardashian because now she's being courted by royals, billionaires, and A-listers amid her divorce.
Well, we're moving on now. To the side.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Who is
Kim's a billionaire. So she's prime real estate.
Who is she being courted by?
She's been all kinds of suitors, CEOs of hedge funds, let's see who else is. Let's look at this list here. Doesn't say names, but it says courted by dun, dun, dun. It just says CEOs, hedge fund guys, billionaires they're not saying names. They're just saying she's got a plethora of dating options from athletes to actors to billionaire CEOs.
Do you think she really wants? I mean, if you had that type of money, would you even want a man?
No. I would just get Rent-A-Dick. You know what I mean? I would just be like, you know who the fuck I am? Why don't you
Right.
come over, pound it out, and get out? You don't have any access to any of my passwords.
Right.
You don't, none of my fucking bank accounts. Can't even use my cell phone, bitch. I won't even let you piss in the toilet, bitch. You got to go outside down the street at the gas station because I'm rich, bitch. I'd have a separate place off my main house just to bang dudes in.
Exactly. So this way they don't mess up the major house.
Right? Yeah. That's for the grown folks. You get the kids table.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I wouldn't. If she's smart, she'll never remarry. She'll just bang everybody because she doesn't need to. But then she probably will because she likes to be married, probably with a big ass. Who's gonna help me with these kids? That $1 billion, bitch. And grandma.
She has what, 5 kids with him?
4.
Oh wow. Jesus.
Well, 5 if you include Kanye.
True.
They're all nuts. They're all fucking nuts. And speaking of whack jobs, we talked about it earlier. Britney Spears resurfaces for Malibu shopping spree. After the big documentary. I can't even talk anymore. Did you see that documentary they did on her?
I did not see it, but I heard about it.
It was good, but it was like all like, people that were like talking about what happened and old stories, talking about people that worked for her, but it wasn't, her or anything like that. But it was really interesting, and it was cute because I had to watch it because, we love Britney.
I do.
I feel bad for her. She's one I feel really bad for.
Yeah.
Because that father's a piece of shit. That guy.
Yeah. Oh no,
he's the white Joe Jackson.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Joe Jackson is the king of child trafficking. And if anybody gets mad about, the kids are being trafficked all over the world, why don't you start with Joe Jackson and the Jackson 5? Fuck you. And Britney Spears. That's child trafficking. Or you can go down to Brooklyn to the little Chinese shop that's just got busted.
What?
Yeah, there's a lot of, which has been going on for years, but there's a place in Brooklyn. Forget what part of Brooklyn it was. They busted for child trafficking these young Chinese girls that they bring in.
Wow.
And they make them work. And there's the Salvation Army, like some nuns and stuff like that, go and put food out on tables to try to feed them. And the pimps don't care, like the whoever the traffickers don't care, because they're like, they could go out and get food on their own. We ain't gotta fucking feed them. Good, let them go outside. They're too scared to run. They're too scared to say anything because they know they're gonna die or they're gonna kill their family or something. So they go back in. Yeah, but it's all over Chinatown, Brooklyn. Oh yeah, people are looking up the wrong tree when it comes to child trafficking and sex trafficking. Look in the Asia, and I hate to say this, but it's like those creepy Chinese men take those poor girls,
right?
And they fly them into DC and they bus them into New York from Dulles, and the baggage claim, drop them off at Penn Station. They pick them up and they take them to these places. It's horrifying.
Wow. I didn't even know about it.
It's gross. And there was just on the news the other day on New York One, they popped one of them. So I was glad. But speaking of child trap, so Britney Spears is one of them. But she was spotted seeing at Madison Clothing Store at a Malibu Country Mart. So she's out and about and she's saying she's fine. She's feeling great and she's doing extremely well and I'm happy and good, but she looks like Courtney Love on a bad day. Like her eye makeup is just all smeared. She looked like she's like hungover. Like she's been in the same makeup and hair for 4 days. Like, don't they bathe this girl at her mansion? Doesn't she have does she have running water there? I mean, like this girl looks like an unkept hooker. Like it's really sad. It's sad what happened to her. She was so cute.
Yeah, well, but people, when people know that there's money to be made, and they take advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
You
really,
know?
they really do. They get the most gullible, naive, and they just destroy them.
Well, but going back to the Jackson 5, Michael was what, 8 when he was in the Jackson 5? 5. Yeah.
At 8, he was singing "Who's Loving You."
Right.
That is a
Right.
grown man song. You
Right.
are 8 years old, and you put that much into it.
Right.
That is a grown man song. You shouldn't be
Right.
singing shit like that at 8.
Right.
You should be
Right.
singing "I love you, you love me."
Barney wasn't around then, by the way.
Homosexuality. Sorry, that was my version.
Yeah. So I mean, when you're that age, and you the only people who are taking care of you are adults, and you're taught to listen to your elders.
You're
You know.
forced. They punish you. I mean, Joe
Yeah.
Jackson was the Ike Turner to his kids.
Yeah, he was
I mean,
terrible.
look at Latoya.
Yeah.
Latoya looks like the scarecrow with the nose and she's a mess.
Yeah, she's a mess.
And she only marries men that beat the shit out of her because it reminds her of daddy.
Yeah.
It's just I met Janet Jackson one time. She was such a beautiful soul. And she
Yeah.
was like this little kid in this grown woman's body because she never got to grow up.
Right. Right.
And she was
Right.
so adorable. And I'm like, like she's just tortured.
Yeah.
With billions of dollars, you could torture me for 20. Let's put it that way. Hey, Joe Jackson, you hiring? I could use a little beat down. I need a career. God damn it. Because if not, I'm going to have to pull a Paris Hilton, and no one wants to see that. Paris Hilton says sex tape experience gave her PTSD.
I have no sympathy for that woman. She started all this shit. She started all of this shit.
She started Instagram, the sex tapes, the Kardashians. It's all her
It's all
fault.
her fault. I do not feel bad for her at all.
Mm-mm.
I mean, what are you thinking? What are you thinking with it? I mean, really? We should feel bad for you now?
Now, honey, she put the D in PTSD, if you know what I'm saying.
She certainly did. She certainly did.
She felt like my life was over when the tape was released. That's hot. You're so into me. I'm Paris Hilton. You like me. Oh my God, I'm hot. Just shut up. PTSD.
But did you? Because I remember, because it was so long ago now. So, did she know she was being filmed? I don't remember. Because I know Kim knew she was being filmed with Ray
Kim
J.
totally knew. Paris knew, but she didn't know it was going to get released. I think Kim Kardashian, I think she knew. Let me see. She filmed it with her boyfriend, and then he released it without her knowing it. And that was back when the internet was new.
What's the lesson here, ladies? Don't trust your fucking boyfriends.
Don't put your sex escapades on a TikTok video, you dummy.
I don't understand.
That's why you do it with the lights off. You can't film in the dark. If they turn the light on, they got...
Unless they're doing that ultra, the violet light on.
Infrared.
Hey, wait a minute. I think we're on to something, Christy.
Oh, infrared porn. I'm kind of into it. Are you? Oh, there you are.
And then you just hear this.
I got Bin Laden.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, she was being filmed by her boy. They did it together, and then he released it, and then Kim Kardashian did that with Ray J, and they filmed it. And I think they both chose to release it because of how Paris got famous off of her sex tape. And here comes Kim K and Ray J. And Ray J's the dumbest out of all three of them because that motherfucker did not cash in on one mere fucking penny. Ray J is the original Kardashian. Like, come on, dude. You are dumb. Now he's on Love and Hip Hop with some bitch named Princess that they fist fight over on some reality show with their bro.
Oh, my God.
Like, dude.
Well, here.
I can't.
So here's a great story. So you know Thea Vidal.
Oh, I love Thea.
Okay. So when Thea had her series, the Brandy played her daughter. So now we're going back. So Lane's 29 now. So he was 2 then. So
Yes.
27 years ago. So we would hang out in Thea's dressing room, and then I guess Brandy's room was next. I forgot why we met, but Lane would play with this little Brandy's brother, her little brother, and they would play because they were the same age. Well, that
Right.
grows up to become that kid grows up to become Ray J.
Yeah.
It's like strange trivia facts for 4,000, Alex. I mean, like
6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon.
Hey, I played with Ray J before he was a Ray J.
I mean, it's just so funny. And of course, I said that to Lane. I said, you play, and he's like, "What are you talking about?"
How can Lane's probably going, how come I didn't fuck some hot bitch and put it on the
Right?
internet?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
where did I go wrong?
Yeah. Well, because I raised him right.
Yes.
Stupid me.
You
Coulda
dummy.
he could have been a billionaire. I could have been pimping my get out,
Yeah.
making sure but no, he's like, no, Mom, I have to love the girl. I would never do that.
Okay, then his name is going to be Gay J.
No. No. He's
No,
he
Lane's
just-
the best. Lane is adorable.
he's a good
You
guy.
raised him well. You raised him really well.
I did raise him really well, and then we went out last night, and he was. He goes, well, right, it's not looking really good for grandkids, Mom, at the moment.
Don't use the G
Well-
word on a birthday. Make a sex tape during COVID.
An infrared sex tape during
With
COVID.
masks on. Yeah.
Right. Oh, that would be really hot. I'm telling you.
You know what? I'll bet you anything after this show we'll go on Pornhub and there will be a category.
Yeah.
COVID sex tapes.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
No,
We should trademark it right now.
let's do it. And we're not going to do it.
That would actually mean we'd have to do something.
Oh, yeah. Then I have to.
We're
like,
in our
oh,
house.
have
we're
to
in
like,
our-
no. All right.
I
But
don't
speaking of someone who wishes they had a sex tape, his daughter Haley is Playboy's first plus-size nude model. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Wasn't Anna Nicole the first plus-size nude model?
But I don't think she was plus size then. She was. I don't.
Oh, she was a plus. She was the first plus-size model that was like
Okay.
famous because she
Okay.
was voluptuous. She was like the Marilyn. I
Okay.
thought because she did Playboy. Or
Right,
was
but
it Hustler? That was Playboy. Same thing. It's apples and oranges.
maybe it was Jugs.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Jugs. It could have been
Hot.
Jugs. Yeah, she's not like when you mention Anna Nicole Smith, like she was so crazy, but she was stunning,
Beyond.
just stunning.
Beyond.
And then you look at this daughter, and you're like,
Really? I love the fact that David Hasselhoff's daughter is a plus size because he is a scumbag, chauvinistic, fucking dirtball, alcoholic. It's just karmic because he thinks he's so fine and so sexy, and his daughter is plus size. I hope she comes out as gay too to really ruin his life. And she marries a black woman. That would make me happier than anything on the planet. Because
you don't like Mr. Hasselhoff.
No, I'm not a fan
Yeah.
of the Hoff. The Hoff. Anyone that refers to himself as the Hoff needs to
Yeah.
kill himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Remember the drunk video with the cheeseburger in the hallway? Do I need to post that right here?
You might need to.
I
Post
think
it
so.
right there.
Right there.
Burger, fries, and a Coke. Don't bother me. I'm eating. If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, in the hallway eating the cheese.
That
A
was
mess.
that was me yesterday after drinking the 6 bottles of wine. Then my husband called me Hoff. It was a whole thing.
The Hoff.
The Hoff. There'll be now that you go to Pornhub, there'll be infrared COVID sex tapes and the Hoff.
The Hoff Plus.
Yes.
But I'm actually really glad that they're doing plus size.
Yeah.
Just because I'm sick of seeing anorexic bitches that nobody can live up to that. You can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't. And I love that she's a big plus size sloppy hooker. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Go ahead with your big ass, girl. Maybe
Yeah.
have an extra set. Maybe it'll fold out into 4 for your big ass.
That's actually a great joke, by the way. That's a great joke. That's a great joke.
I'll be here all week, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean,
oh, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say it is nice. It's because I've always grown. Most women are 12 or 14. There's none of the there this zero size is unattainable.
Completely, unless you're I don't know, an infant. And even then it says 0 to 6 months. So then you're 6 months too fat. So
I like that. You're 6 months. You're really chubby. You're 6 months.
Oh,
You're so
fatty.
chubby.
Ugh. Dirty.
Yeah. When are you gonna lose that weight? Where all those rolls of fat on you?
All that baby fat. I'm 6 months. It's a little old, don't you think?
Yeah.
To be carrying that extra pounds. We'll lose that. That's great. Oh, everybody's crazy. The crazies lead by the crazies. It's like it's Hollywood's a bunch of batshit motherfuckers. Because
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow and Courtney Love's those fucking nutbags. Their shrink has his medical license revoked.
I saw that's
Duh. Because he did.
The reason the guy got his license taken away is
Yes.
because he would convince his clients to sign away the deeds to their home.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I don't care how good this guy's making you feel. Nobody's taking any of my shit.
No. This is like the Bernie Madoff of Dr. Phil's.
Yeah. Don't forget Dr. Oz. Don't
Oh,
forget
yeah.
Dr. Oz.
Cardiologist.
Oh my God. The Bernie Madoff of Dr. Phil's. That's great. That's brilliant.
Oh my God. It just shows how people prey on weak people.
Oh,
Courtney
yeah.
Love is Humpty Dumpty. This bitch is broken. This bitch is beyond broken and the tragic life that she's had. And I'm a Courtney Love fan. I'm a big Courtney Love fan.
Oh, yeah.
And the more broken she is, the better her music gets. And
Yeah.
it's just like, please don't fix her. 'Cause I really love her music. It's so good. The last album she did a couple of years ago, Nobody's Daughter, she wrote it in rehab in the hospital.
Wow.
It is such a powerful album. Every song fucking crushes on this album. And
Wow.
she's so underrated as a musician because how do you upstage your husband with a,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
how do you
And,
upstage that? That's your finale. That's your
Yeah.
guitar solo.
Yeah.
You know? That's your Freebird when you come back out. How do you recover from that? You can't. Like that's like the Gallagher ending, with the Sludge-O-Matic.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
recover.
No.
You'll never
No.
be out. And it's just so sad, but she's such a great songwriter because she's so much pain. And if they fix her,
Yeah.
she's gonna suck at happy songs. It's gonna be horrifying. Man, I'm so fucking happy. Fuck yeah. Everything's great. Yeah. No.
No. But I don't think I don't now that the guy's lost his medical license, I mean, who knows if they're even still with him anymore, right?
Oh, they're not. They just probably seen him and
Right.
that's you know what I mean? Like they probably are on his roster. So they're using their names to put this in the tabloids.
Right. Of
Because
course.
you know how they love to connect people. And it's just because he was scamming wealthy millionaires, and just the fact that
Right.
Gwyneth and Courtney were on that list. So that's how it got in the trades.
Yeah.
But anyway, great job with them. And speaking of wackadoodly doodly doos, who still, it gets worse and worse for this guy. R. Kelly associate Michael Williams admits to setting accuser's SUV on fire.
My mind's telling me no.
He's got the wrong people around him. Maybe he should ask Trump, because Trump has all the best people. Maybe he
They're
needs
the best people. Nobody's better than my people. You know, the best, the bigly best. R. Kelly's a great singer. There's nobody better than him. He knows how to rape women better than anybody. I can't. Like, it's just, this dude is just gonna go down. It's just hilarious. He's gonna go down faster than me on Dwayne Johnson's dick. I swear to God. And he set this little bitch's car on fire that accused him. His buddy goes out and sets her car on fire. What did you think was going to happen when you set the girl's car on fire? How did you think that was going to help?
Yeah. Yeah, really. Like, exactly. Well, just trying to do my job.
Just, he's my friend. Free R. Kelly. Free. I believe I could fly. My mind was telling me no, but my body, and the matches were telling me yes. I can't. And then the best part is the girl that was, I'm going to post it right here, this picture. Posing next to the car that was set on fire by R. Kelly's boy.
The girls who
How many likes did this get? Doing it for the gram, baby.
I can't.
I'm dying. Oh, it's so fucking funny. It's too much for me. I can't handle it.
I can't deal with these people. I can't. I just can't.
Just helped us kill an hour. That's how.
Yeah, exactly. It did help us kill an hour.
Oh my God. I fucking love you so much. I miss you to death.
I miss you too.
I can't wait to see you and do shows with you live again as things open up. Once I get my next shot next week, and then I'll be fully,
Yeah,
powerful.
I think it's like a week or two after you get the shot that you're fully vaccinated.
Yeah. So I'm May 10th, and then May 21st, Mark Riccadonna and I are doing the Naughty and Nice tour. We're kicking it off at Valley Forge Casino in Pennsylvania.
Oh, nice.
So it'll be fun. We'll see how that goes, and if it goes really well, we'll do. Obviously we'll do more because I love him to death.
That's a great show. That's an absolutely great show.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
He's such a sweetheart. And,
he's a good man.
And so we're doing that, and then I'm going to shoot the movie. I think my shooting time is in June, so that gives me time to really vaccinate from Earth Angel.
Right. Are you shooting in the city or in LA?
Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
Yeah. So it's a third world country. I have my passport, and I'll be vaccinated.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm still, like I say this on stage, I'm still wearing a mask. I'm fully vaccinated because I haven't had a cold in a fucking year. Okay. So I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to wear a mask and wash my hands. It's just simple hygiene is okay. You could do that for the rest of your life.
Listen, for years, when I'm down in Chinatown or something downtown, and they've been wearing masks for years, way ahead of us. For the last 10 years, I've watched, Asian people wear masks. I'm like, what are they on to? What do they know that we don't know?
Right.
Like, and it's just for allergies and the air pollution and to keep them from getting sick.
Yeah.
That's all. It's just it's just a preventative measure. They're smart.
Right. Because in China has like the worst pollution. So they've been wearing masks.
The worst. And it's just the population. They just dogpile on each other because it's just,
Right.
We think it's busy here.
Oh, God, no.
And that's just one apartment over there. All right, my love. Tell everybody where they can find you on the social medias and your shows coming
socials. Up. You can find me on Twitter at National Mom and on Instagram at Carol Montgomery Comic. If you go to my website, you can find out where I'm going to be. But basically, the big show is the Crane We're doing now every last Wednesday of the month for the next 3 months to see how it works. Limited seating, obviously, pods and all that stuff. And we have some other dates coming with Funny Women of a Certain Age where we're going to be down in Bucks County in July, and we're doing a Mother's Day brunch at the Stand. So we've we're slowly coming back. So just come out and see a show. But like I say this on every podcast, support live comedy. Go out and see a show. You'll be happy for it, and just and I'll see you guys sometime soon.
Definitely. I love you so much. And I
love
can't
you
wait to
too.
see you again. And this has been Christy Unleashed. And we are here every Wednesday at 9 p.m. on govsradio.com. You can follow the show on Instagram at Christy Unleashed. And you can follow me also on Instagram at Christy Miller Comedy. You can follow me on Twitter at Bitchy Slambora. Yada, 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 whoop-de-whoop. And you can go to my YouTube channel and find all my content at Christy Miller Comedy. I love you guys so much. I've been Christy Miller, and go fuck yourselves.